Hello, guys. Welcome back to that Cov pod. And we were recording after Cov make it 5 wins in a row and go clear at the top of the table. A wonderful 2-0 away win at Bristol City this weekend. Ashton Gate was the place to be, Jig. How was your day out, mate, in Bristol?
Brilliant day out again. Another good away day. Another one ticked off. We could just keep racking them up. Brilliant. To start with, I thought we looked first probably half an hour. Not great. They had a couple of chances. I think Armstrong, after about a minute, gave the Wolfen a nudge, went through and blasted one miles over. I think he had a couple of shots, a couple of chances. He's a big physical player. I think if he could shoot, it'd be very good. It's a good job he can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting, wasn't it? I guess we should start at the start with the team news because there are a few big absentees in there, John, and it was Latty and Wolf at centre-back. And as you say, as the game turned out, Jig, Armstrong is a proper physical threat. And I think at times we kind of struggled to deal with him until we kind of went to the back five in the second half.
Yeah, we did struggle to deal with him. Bit of a shock that Kitchen was not starting and Wolfenden started over him. I don't know if anything's happened or not. But when Kitchen come on, I thought he'd done a good job again. I thought they all done well yesterday. Even when Bidwell come on, when he's called upon, when they're all called upon, they're coming in and they're doing a good job. But yeah, that was a big physical battle with Armstrong yesterday. He's a handful. But we handled it. We done well. But yeah, we go on. Sorry.
How big a miss do we think Thomas is going to be, John?
Yeah, I think it'll be a big miss now that he's settled down, came back in. He's looked decent, isn't he? But yeah, we kind of, I think a lot of people knew yesterday that Rudy weren't playing. We knew Bob weren't playing yesterday. I knew Kitch weren't starting. So yeah, it was going to be interesting from the start. And like Jig said, we took a long time to kind of get going. I think however long Bob's out, we've been told something, but we're not going to speculate on here because we've learned our lesson on that, haven't we? But he'll be a miss. But I think that I thought the Wolf looked pretty steady by and large yesterday. I think
he grew into it, didn't he? He grew into the game as it went on.
I think it's about rhythm, though, isn't it? And I think that's why I was impressed with even Bidwell coming in and Kitchen. I think it's difficult to come in cold like that when you've been out for a minute. And I thought they were really, really solid. That was a positive for me, again, is the way that we defended the box and we found a way to win. But I didn't feel really we got going until probably 25, 30 minutes in. We started to see a little bit of a rhythm, didn't we, when Josh Eccles fed Mason Clark. I thought Josh put in a big shift yesterday, to be fair. And I'll go through a few little things there that certainly from the press going forward. But he fed Mason Clark. Keeper made a good save. Then you had the goal on 37, which we can get into. But I thought by and large, we were getting overrun again in the middle of the park far too easy. De Silva, offensively, great. Defensively, the 8 and the 10 were constantly getting in round the back of him. They were in the pocket. But that flank, if Mason Clark's not going to cover you and you're getting targeted, and they were getting targeted down there, they got battered down there that first half. And you're absolutely right, because they were wasteful up front. That was the get-off card, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the goal was massive. And I think, obviously, De Silva's our best left-back. I think we all agree on that. But what he loses defensively, I think, going forward, that goal, another assist again, unbelievable jig down that left side. Quick feet movement, great ball in.
Yeah.
And who would have thought it? Sakamoto leaping like a salmon at the back post.
He's good in the air, isn't he?
He's really good. He genuinely is really good in the air now.
Yeah. 2 assists in 2 games for De Silva. Another shuffle, little quick out of his feet, and he stood it up lovely. He stood it up in an area where the keeper's not going to come. Someone's got to win that header, and Sakamoto's got up and won it. I thought the keeper probably could have done better. It went under him, didn't it? It seemed, because it wasn't like a hard header, but from where we were behind the goal, it was like, is it gone in? Is it not gone in? Then we just seen him turn around and jump in, and we were like, it's gone in. It was a bit like
it was such a slow header, wasn't it, down the middle of
it was the delayed run, though, wasn't it? If you're the keeper, you're thinking he's about 5'6", isn't he? De Silva's done great down the left, lovely feet again, and like you say, just hit an area, put it into a beautiful spot. But Tats has come from 5 yards deeper, so he's ran and got the jump on the fullback, innit? I don't think the keeper's expecting him to beat him first and foremost. Poor goalkeeping, superb from Tat, superb from Jay. And then we wheel off and have a celebration, and you think, right, okay, settle down now. No problem. Get hold of the ball, just start playing. And then that started creating problems, didn't it?
Yeah.
I do think, as I've said before, I think we have been better without the ball. But against Bristol City, I do think we had spells where we kept the ball nicely, and well, we did keep the ball nicely up until the red card. We were putting them under pressure. Their fans are furious at the minute. Obviously, they went out of the cup to lower league opposition in midweek. They played an extra 30 minutes. They've got a few injuries. They were fairly tepid opposition for us, but they do have a few big threats up front. And I think he's your man, isn't he, Jig? Mr. Invincible. He keeps his Mr. Invincible record going for a bit longer. Should we look at the positive?
Yeah, that's it. It's only one game ban, isn't it?
I think it probably is one because it's not a dangerous tackle. It's just a red card.
Yeah. I didn't realise that. I thought a straight red was always 3, but
I always thought it was 3. Yeah.
I was saying yesterday because it's not dangerous. It's a one match
Yeah.
ban. Yeah. I mean, I looked at it. I watched it again. I watched the replay. You can see why the refs give it, but I do feel like he's not going towards goal. He's running kind of out towards the right, and he's still a long way from goal. I don't know. Is it harsh, or would you say it's a red?
Listen, if you got to look at it like this, if it's the other way around, you want it all day.
Straight red.
Yeah, you want it all day. I mean, listen, it comes from him being poor on the ball. You know, he can be a little bit. You know, I'm not going to knock Latty. I think he's been phenomenal since he's come in, but he can be poor on the ball at times. And there was enough. It wasn't like he was put under pressure with the pass either. There was enough time to take a touch, get it out.
Yeah,
he dilly-dallied on the ball, got caught. He's had a little pull. Got to go.
It's even after that. I don't even mind him losing the ball in that situation. Just don't. I don't think the guy's going to score from that position because, as you say, Jig, it does kind of go a bit wide. Okay, it'll be a good chance. He'll probably get into the box and get a shot off. But we've got the best goalkeeper since Gordon Banks, so just trust him to save a shot. But I just don't. I think that moment where he's gone, I've lost it, and then pulled him back, and then it's a red card, and it makes life awful. A lot more difficult for us. I think he's panicked in that moment and just tugged him down. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think it's just an instinct thing, isn't it? His touch has let him down. He knows that he's going to get the ball and go on and run with it. So he's just tried to do something a bit sneaky, a little grab. And the second that one of their players feels that, whoever feels that is going to go down, aren't they? Just to get the player sent off, and he done it. So yeah. And then the Haji Wright one.
Yeah, I think we can talk about. I think we can talk about this. The 2 minutes I would say sum up Haji Wright's career in a Coventry shirt so far. Because was it Josh who played him through again? By the way, was it?
Yeah, it was Josh again. He did really well, didn't he? And then
the energy, the weight of that pass, the fact we went to the 4-4-1 initially, Eccles on the left, which, as you said, John, I think saving Mason Clark a bit from doing that defensive work. I think that was very, very sensible. First of all, the first decision to do that, and the energy and the press he was bringing, and the weight of that pass through to Haji, the run from Haji, superb. The pace to get there, the first touch, brilliant, and then I think John was tearing his hair out. His little hair that's left after his wonderful new haircut, by the way.
Little trim up on that, you know what I mean? Oh, watch out! Shout out Hakan the barber. Love kebabs, hate racism. I think, do you know what? When he gets fed, I kind of look back at it now and I'm like, just bury it. But he's gone for the dink finish because he's confident. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and I think it was Rob Gurney that said it actually. It was brilliant. He said it was the dichotomy of Haji Wright in 90 seconds. Was the initial miss, then he dusts himself down. And again, we go back to the press. Tats presses the fullback. The ball's in the air for a 60-40 out of his favour. He goes up to try and win the header. He does enough. And then it's all about the centre-half coming out and Haji just doing enough to get the run of the ball. And then he's learned his lesson. Bang, punch finish into the bottom corner. No problem. You know what I mean? And that is Haji Wright in a nutshell. Those two moments. You know what I mean?
He wins the initial header as well, doesn't he?
Yes.
He's kind of that in pace. He wins the header.
he's scoring goals. He did well. I can forgive him for the dink. I was fuming at the time, and then I thought about it. If you're confident the keeper's going to come out to your feet, you're like, yeah, I'll just put him on toast here. Didn't happen for him. Dusted himself down. 90 seconds later, he's bagging the goal. Worked fairly well. Again, though, I thought, going back to what you said a minute ago about pulling Mason Clark off to protect Jay, shifting Josh across, I thought the substitutions in the game management by Frank and the team was very, very good yesterday at the right times.
100% agree with that. I thought the touch for Haji Wright's second goal as well was brilliant. Just nick it away from the defender and then the finish, superb. And that goal, the size of it felt absolutely huge at the time, Duke. I presume it felt like that in the away end.
It felt absolutely massive, and I just walked into the concourse, heard a cheer, and I was like, "Oh no!" So everyone went running back out and just seen the celebration. So I've had to watch it back on YouTube to see.
You have to hand your loyalty points back in for that missing a goal. You have to visit the club shop after the game.
I tell you what,
busy signing autographs down on the concourse, wasn't he?
Oh, that concourse was wild. It was brilliant. People on shoulders, people singing, everyone jumping around, people banging the boards in there. It just, the whole half time just went off. It was brilliant. Everyone was loving it. 2-0, down to 10 men, grabbing the goal right on the stroke of half time. Probably the best halftime concourse I've been involved in. It was so good. So good.
The videos look very good indeed. I thought the atmosphere throughout the game sounded brilliant as well. Even in the second half, talking of the tactical changes, half time, I was slightly surprised to see the figure of Jake Bidwell emerge onto the pitch. But what a change again, John, to go to that back five, put Bidwell left centre back, and just not invite Bristol City on, but match them up in the fact they were playing a back five. They had two big strikers, needed a spare man, better with Kitch on in there, dealing with the physical threat, and just let them come on to us a bit. Take the wingers off.
I loved it. I liked it because he's not waiting. He's just like, right, this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? I'm going to wait for what you're doing, which is what we're doing. I mean, obviously his hand's been forced, but also I like the fact that, you know, he's just said to Wright, go on then, run yourself into the ground for another 20, 25. We're going to switch you out early for Ellis. I thought when Ellis come on, he did well. Got a couple of shots off, didn't he? He looked, and he worked hard as well. I thought to a man defensively, I thought we were disciplined, organised, definitely committed. But I think that Bidwell, that three in the middle there with the two fullbacks, I think we nullified them. But again, I go back to the same thing we've been saying for a couple of weeks before, actually when Onyeka came in. If you watch the fullbacks, when we played a four, they've massively tucked in. And that's really made us a lot more compact and harder to break down. It's going to take a really good ball into our box to create problems. And we're defending the box like lions. That's what impressed me yesterday. And I thought Kitch and Bidwell did really well when they come on. I thought the Wolf, like you say, Jiggy grew into the game, didn't he? But the midfield worked hard. Everyone worked hard. And I thought the changes were the right changes at the right time. But again, props to Josh Eccles for the Bristol Red. The press, manages to nick the ball, gets the red card, boom, levels the game up. And then after that, we calmed down. I did think, like you, Jig, at half time, seeing Bidwell come on side, I was a bit like interesting. Going to the three at the back was probably the right call, but I did think we were going to need that second. For some reason in me, I was like, you know, that Cov kind of muscle memory kicks in. I thought, yeah, I'll watch us draw this. But I think, again, you've got to give props to people like Josh and the press from the front. It leveled the game up, didn't it? Very, very quickly.
I'm going to give a lot of credit yesterday to Matty Grimes as well. I thought he was brilliant yesterday. He was breaking it up, putting tackles in. He was sharp on the first touch of players and things. Probably my man of the match yesterday, Grimes. He was everywhere. He was very good.
I thought he was way more physical than he normally was, especially with Onyeka missing. The amount of challenges he won, even in the first half, winning the ball back and setting us up on the attack. Yeah, I thought he was fantastic. I think maybe we are playing down Wolf's performance. I know we grew into the game, but I think he loved it when we went to a back five. I think he was very solid. I was just getting his stats up. He made one block, but 11 clearances, 6 headed clearances, and was pretty much dealing with their long balls into the box. Him and Kitch and Bidwell all did very well, but I think Wolf was maybe the standout of the centre backs for me.
Steady, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I panicked with him. I didn't really panic with him yesterday. I panicked with him in other games, but yeah, really interesting. I tell you what, there's a great clip as well when the lad gets sent off for Bristol and Kitch and him kind of bump into each other like that with shoulders like, come on, like that. You know what I mean? I love stuff like that.
Well, they were all going at. Did you see for the Haji Wright goal? One of their players ran over and was fuming at him. It tried to join in our little huddle because Haji celebrated to their away corner of fans. He did a
Yeah, I saw
celebration.
that. I saw that. Yeah, is that what he was doing? He was moaning that we were celebrating in front of their fans.
I think
what's he want us to do? Run up the other end of the pitch?
Yeah, do the Adebayor sprint
Yeah.
up.
Well, it's the same. It's the same when there was the emergency in the Coventry jig. You probably shed a bit more light on that. But I was chatting to one of the lads last night, and I was like, "What was being said there?" I said Grimes was fuming, and rightly so. And the message to them was, "Look, this is a game of entertainment. Someone is seriously in the stand. Stop the game." To the ref, and the ref was like, "No, we need to carry on." And Grimes just went, "Listen," and went mental at him. And then the Bristol players were like, "Just get on with the game." And that's when a few of the Cov lads were livid on the pitch, like, "You stop the game now." You know, that's what was going on there. I'm not sure what happened there, Jig. I think it all got ironed out quite quick. I saw a post about a young lady running up and helping out, and
a woman there went and helped someone, but yeah, they were down for a while. Paramedics it felt like ages to get there. But yeah, they were up there for a while. Then they took them out of the ground. So I don't know. I think they're okay. But
that's good. Yeah, we had a couple of players hitting us all up last night, asking if they were okay. So if someone who can confirm that everyone's okay, we can let a few people know. But yeah, I just love that. I love the camaraderie of the players and the care for the fans and stuff. And yeah, I think you know what? It just put a bit of needle back in the game, that though, didn't it? Because you could see players getting their hair off with each other. But again, Jig, I back you on that. I thought Grimes, he knew he had to get through some work, didn't he? He knew.
Yeah, well, Onyeka wasn't there. He wasn't going to be breaking it up, so he had to step in and do that job. And I thought he'd done really well yesterday. I thought him and Eccles both played really well. They were good yesterday.
Sorry, do you think that they would have put Onyeka on at any point yesterday, or they could have done without really using him? I think he was.
He looked leggy, didn't he?
I think I messaged you at half time, didn't I? Saying I think maybe put Eccles. I didn't think he'd go to a back five, but I would have maybe used KKH on the wings. If he was an option. I obviously Onyeka came on and got some minutes and was fine, and that's great. But I just didn't want to risk him getting injured with the games coming up. But yeah, I'm happy he came on and happy he did well. And obviously we've got midweek game and a weekend game. And I don't know. We'll get on to what we think he'll do in midweek, but maybe he'll be fit enough to start. I actually thought Torp was decent as well, and I think he deserves credit. We're talking about centre midfielders for getting through work. He wasn't as creative and attacking as he normally is, but we had 10 men for the majority of it. I think yet again he got through a decent amount of work, and all those central midfielders did was protect the defence, and it worked really, really well. And I think the second goal was just absolutely massive in letting him do it. Do you think if we hadn't have scored the second goal, Frank would have gone to a back five at half time?
I think he would have.
Yeah, I still think he would have. Yeah, I think he had to.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it?
If I'm the gaffer, I'm like, right, go to a back five, stay in it, and then see where you are 80 minutes, and then if you feel like you've got to throw the cavalry on, there was enough there, wasn't there? I mean, you got to think you got BTA came on, there was enough on the bench.
Changed it for us, didn't it?
Yeah,
we were sat a little bit too far back, I thought, when it was 10 versus 10 for a little bit, and I understand as maintaining the game and controlling it, but as soon as we put BTA on, it was like wide open again. It was like we had more of a threat. Jig, I thought he was good when he came on again.
Yeah, coming on in that situation when it's an open game, they're going for it, so we're going to have more chance and more of the ball going forward on the counter. It's perfect for him, and he exposed it. He done well when he come on. He had that shot, didn't he? And the keeper saved it. Sims got the rebound. Could have knocked it back to Onyeka, but he had a shot at the near post.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He ain't had much game time.
I don't blame him either. Yeah,
I thought he did all right, mate. To be fair, when he come on, I thought BTA was lively, like say, so I started taking the pressure away from our box a little bit, keeping up the other end.
I think so.
It felt like when we went down to 10, and they were putting the pressure on us with 11 for a while. Even when they went down to 10, it felt like that was still happening. It didn't feel like it really evened out much on the pitch. It felt like they were still pressing as much as they were when they had 11.
we weren't giving up major chances, were
No.
we? Even when they had
Well,
11, so it's hard to.
I mean, a couple
Apart
of
from maybe
unreal
that header,
saves and
yeah,
the
and
Twine shot.
yeah, God,
How's he saved that?
I think that's why we didn't come out too much, though, is it? Because we hadn't conceded. We didn't want to go and try and score more goals that much. So
Yeah.
I can see why the game kind of panned out how it did, and then we did look more threatening in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, do you want to talk about Rushworth, Jig? Because I
he's
can't get
so
over
good.
how
He's
good
so
he is.
good. His handling, his collecting from crosses, his saves. He's so sharp. He's so fast. That shot from Twine.
Mate,
I mean,
Twine's about, Twine's about 10, 12 yards out there.
And he's nailed it, isn't he? He's absolutely nailed it. And he's just still got to it, you know.
I was chatting to, I just said to Kitch, I'm like, mate, the geezer behind you is unbelievable. And he said to me, he was like, listen, even when we were down to 10, it was the mentality was, we are absolutely not conceding at any cost. And he goes, and the thing is, when you got a lad like that behind you, you just feel invincible. He goes, what a save. And I went, yeah, but I said, that's sound, but that moustache. And he said, I know. He said, we're going to have to hold him down at the end of the season and have that shaved off. I was like, good lad. But yeah, unbelievable.
You could see that on the pitch, though, John. You could see the defenders every single time he made a save or every single time they cleared it out for a corner, especially when we're down to 11, there was a real like celebration amongst the defence. Like they were loving defending. And I just love watching that.
Do you think he is a natural replacement for Jordan Pickford in 2 to 5 years time?
The song was ringing out, England's number
That's
one.
how good I think he can be. Because they were saying when he first joined at Cov, he was very shy. And obviously we saw him and he was like, it didn't look like much of improvement on Wilson at that point, really, did it? Let's be real. There was some clangers.
He didn't come out for crosses at any point.
No.
Now how many times is he claiming crosses?
Then he started coming out of his shell in training, apparently. I mean, Christ, mate. I mean, I dare say he's probably one of the best I've ever seen down there.
I think he is. I was thinking about that. Yes, we were talking about it yesterday, and we were going through all the keepers over the years, and I was like, he's up there, if not the best I can remember.
I mean, Oggy was waxing about him when he has been like for quite a bit this season. I mean, Oggy was elite level, like, you know, Magnus Hedman was elite level. Kieran Westwood was right up there. But
Westwood was, yeah.
The age of this lad as well. But
I think he's better than Westwood. He's
I do as well.
Since the Premier League. And I love Westwood, but yeah, I think that's the level he's at. Like you mentioned being about Pickford's possible replacement. You have to compare him to probably James Trafford, who was at Burnley last season and conceded like 20 goals. But he got his big money move back to Man City. He thought he was going to be number one. Then they've bought in, you know, Donnarumma, and he's not going to get. So
that is savage, though, that, isn't it? That is brutal.
But like when you're looking at who's going to actually play in the Premier League, it's going to be between those two, I think, in terms of being England's number one moving forward. Like,
I think Rushworth's better than him.
Yeah,
personally.
Right. So,
even if he weren't, I'd say he was.
How much are you willing to? Not you, obviously. How much are we willing to spend on him in the summer? How much would it take, and how high would you go?
25 million.
Yeah. But I hope Brighton aren't listening to this. Brighton, he's absolutely useless, and we'll give you 6 million for him. We need Jig's pricing for this, actually.
Oh, mate, he's 20 plus. He's brilliant.
I don't know if he'd keep you in the Premier League, and obviously that's a conversation for another time, and we're not there yet. But I'd spend like 30 million on him. Just go and get him, make it happen. The unfortunate thing is we were close to signing him this summer for like a third of the price. And maybe that's where you look at it. But he was a gamble, and now look at him.
I think in reality, you got to look at when you go up, what goes out the door, what you're getting for them, and obviously the money that comes in when you're going up. Obviously, we've got to invest in the ground to get that up to a level, the staffing up to a level. Listen to me getting ahead of myself, but it's kind of there's a crucial areas you need to. I mean, I just don't know how Brighton are letting him go. I just think he's too good.
Yeah, I think that is the big thing. If they're just watching him and just looking at even his stats or anything like that, surely they just need to make him number one, and then that ends any hope of us signing him. Unfortunately, that's a big thing that needs to happen this summer. looking at the championship table is quite nice again. We are now on 74 points. We've scored 74 goals. We are 8 points clear of Middlesbrough before they play this afternoon. So let's see how they get on at QPR. Millwall won again, but we're 9 points clear of them in third. And Leicester did us favour, Jig, because they drew 1-1 with Ipswich at Portman Road.
Yeah.
It's looking very good, mate. 10 games.
It is looking good.
10 games to go, 6 at home. Oh, is that
big thanks to the six-fingered family up the road for doing us a favour yesterday. We needed that.
That gap to third, though, is massive. 9 points to third place with 10 games to go.
Yeah. Millwall are flying, aren't they? What's their 4 in a row? 5 in a row?
Yeah, I think they're 4 out of 5, definitely.
I'd
love
them to got the antidote to the Premier League. Could you imagine Millwall up there? Oh,
us and Millwall.
I'd love it. I would absolutely love it. The Premier League is so boring. It's so overhyped. It's miles off what it was 20 years ago. Throw Millwall up there, cause chaos.
Please do tune into our podcast next season to hear about us talking about golf. Hopefully,
we're going to improve things. That's what we do. You know what I mean? But I tell you what, going back to what you were saying there, though, Si, about the league table and that stuff, we won 5 on the bounce. We said during the crisis, the 9-10 on the bounce. Well, we're not going to do that again. Tell you what, you look at the next 2 games. Southampton's a difficult game. PNE in the week, 2 home games. You win both them home games. You've got Sheffield Wednesday. It's got to be a given, right? That's 9 points.
And
Portsmouth. I got told off for saying it's a given 3 points against Sheffield Wednesday. But if we drop points against them, they are the worst team to have ever played in the Championship. Ever.
And to Coventry City, I always say that's one of my favourite.
I tell you what, every single team that's played Sheffield Wednesday this season has gone, it'll be typical Birmingham to lose to Sheffield Wednesday, and they beat them. Honestly, it's fine. Calm down.
They fell off a cliff, didn't they? Blues. Good, lovely to see.
Everyone's fallen off apart from us and Millwall, really. See how Borough get on. Yeah. What were you saying, John? I forgot your point. Sorry.
Just saying that, it's very plausible for us to go on and I mean, we're halfway through it, but another massive run going into the end of the season. Get it boxed off. Get them buses rolling up to Blackburn. Get the pies out. Get the Madri on tap. You know what I mean? Let's have a celebration up there.
We're going to win the league, singing at the away end, weren't they, Jig?
Yeah, we're going to win the league. Yeah. Now you're going to believe us. I'm a bit still. Yes, I think it's going to happen. But like John, it's the muscle memory that kicks in. Is it too early to be singing that just yet? But we've got to, haven't we? We've got to believe now. Come on, the boys. Yeah, I mean, the amount of changes in that starting 11 yesterday, and they all stepped up. They all want it. You can see at the end, they're all over to the fans. They're all loving it. They're all giving it the fist bumps. It's a good squad. It's a good squad, and they're all stepping up when we need them to.
It's an amazing squad. It's an amazing squad that's taken us top of the league. I think set your sights on the title from this point. Try and get 90-ish points, and if we don't manage that, we'll probably finish second, which is wonderful as well. But I want the title now from this position. I want us to have some arrogance. We are the best team in this league. We've proved it over 36 games. It's 10 to go. A few nice home games, a couple of parties at the CBS. That CovPod end of season party. That's what
I've had a few offers on that already. We'll keep them under wraps though. People coming out of the woodwork wanting to put their parties on. Where you been? You know what I mean?
Embrace it, John. Embrace it. Get them on board.
I've had one invite from someone who he deserves it. He should be running the party. But listen,
we'll have to do a mad weekend instead, John, and do multiple nights.
Well, there you go. These next 2 games, though, mate. You win these back to back, and you're 7 on the spin, mate. Psychologically, people have finished. They're just looking at second.
Yeah, and I think already teams are like cover away. We're not home and hosed.
I want that moment for all of us in that stadium. A stadium that we've only really embraced the last few years. I always have their memories of sitting with Jig with 4,500, 5,000 there. Like, I want that moment in that ground. I think the atmosphere will be unbelievable. The city deserves it. And that's got to be the aim now. But it's game by game, just grinding results. I mean, again, you saw it yesterday, just grinding a result out. We didn't capitulate when Latti went off. We actually went on and got the second. Unbelievable. Mental strength, disciplined, organised, committed, clinical in front of goal. You know, Rushworth, an absolute cat at the back. You know what I mean? The centre halves, everyone. There's a camaraderie there now. They believe in it. 10 to go. That's the mindset.
Going back to Rushworth, how many points do you think he's won us this season? And how many points would we have without him? Around 10, 12?
I reckon probably maybe more.
Maybe
12
more
to
than that,
15, I think.
Wow.
12 to 15, yeah.
The key saves he's made in key moments. Just unbelievable. What a signing. What a bit of scouting that was. Great work. Great work getting him through.
Yesterday could have been a banana skin, really, couldn't it, when you think about it? With the amount of changes, the amount of rumours going around about people not playing, people being injured, players in Nando's on a Friday night. Say again?
They've got enough as well, Bristol
Yeah,
City.
yeah, they have, yeah. And their fortunes have to change at some point, and you'd have thought that there was going to be a reaction after losing to Port Vale midweek. We've gone and done a very good job again.
Yeah, completely agree with that. Right, should we do some listener questions or any final thoughts on Bristol City?
Just ground it out. You know what I mean? We're just finding the ways. We're winning. You know what I mean? We're just in a groove. Long may it continue. Let's have a good performance there in the week. Get rid of them rats. Send them back up the M6. You know what I mean? Another 3 in the pocket, and we move. That's the game.
We need to talk about Jig, your little video, by the way.
With Silver.
For people who haven't seen it, who wants to explain? Jig, yeah, I guess it's all over to you, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, this where the players' exit is. There's a young lad that he's like a glass board there above where the players' exit is, and there's a bar there. So, of course, we stopped after and had a drink at the bar outside the ground, and this little lad come running over, and everyone was cheering him. Then he went running back. Then he come running out, and everyone was cheering him again. Then a couple of players come out, and someone said, "Oh, it's De Silva," and everyone just started singing at him. Sorry,
yeah,
Jay,
well, he's seen it because he got thrown in the players' WhatsApp group, and he was getting absolutely hammered. Apparently, yeah, brilliant.
Oh God,
yeah, he saw the funny side.
I really like Jay De Silva. You know, I think his improvement has been amazing, hasn't it? And I know we were a bit exposed defensively down the left at times yesterday, but it's another superb cross. I think he's been really good this season.
I think he's targeted most games purely because of his size, unfortunately. But he manages it really well. He copes really well. He could probably do with a bit more support sometimes from EMC, but they both link up very well down that left-hand side, especially offensively. Going forward, they link brilliantly down there.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's do some confident, so confident on the ball, you know.
Yeah. Let's do some listener questions. Graham says, "Are we 5 wins away from promotion?" At Simon, did you buy the basketball top? Do you see it got discounted as well? What's it down to, a tenner now in the club shop? Struggling to flog them, aren't they? I haven't actually bought it yet. I'll answer that. But I think
holding out for a free one, ain't you?
Yeah. Thought you were buying it, John. You know what I'm like.
Nah, mate, you know me. I've got little alligator arms. Can't put my hands in my pockets, can I?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they're selling many at a tenner either from the club shop, but I'll buy one. I will buy one. Maybe at the end of this week, see a couple more wins, and then we'll see where we're at. How many more wins do you think it takes, Jake? Ticking them off, aren't we?
We are ticking them off.
74 points, 5 wins out of 10 takes us to 89.
I think that does it. I think 89 would automatic us potentially win us the league. Yeah.
John said 87 for a little bit. By the way, John, what are you eating? Is it bacon bagel? I'm just trying to...
Little bacon bagel, mate. Don't worry about it.
Any sauce on that? Are we going to bring that back up?
Any sauce? Bit of ketchup on there, mate. No problem. Yeah. Lovely cup of tea. My Pelichi's mug. They're not sponsoring us yet either.
No Mackey's chat this week, though. That's good. How many points do you reckon we need?
I'm loving it. 80.
I want 90 now. Yeah, I said it.
I want 15 points from now. And I think we're going to get 4 this next coming week. I want 15 points.
Yeah, that takes to 8
out of 30. And if you look at us now, where we are, we're 2 points a game across the season.
Holly.
Yeah, look at it. It's, unless my maths is wrong, it's 36 games, 74 points.
We're more than 2 points a game.
It's just slightly over. It's like 2.1 points a game
That's
across the season. It's
insane.
phenomenal.
That is amazing.
And we're not going to have another fall off at this point. So
I think 15 points from 30 would be a bit of a drop off, actually.
it would be, and that's what I'm saying to you. But if you can run into this next week, mate, you win these next 2 games. It's see you later.
Yeah, 100%. Still problematic says, are we all doing the Mankini run then? I'm down, in brackets. I might regret this. Well, this is over to you two boys, isn't it? Mankini run. I'll tell you what, we're going to have a very happy sponsor, aren't we? Sponsoring our Mankini run. But, Jig, you're looking a bit nervy, mate.
Oh, God. Yeah, join us. Come and get involved. Get your Mankini on.
Hopefully it's a sunny day. Hopefully it's warm.
Hopefully it's a warm day. Yeah.
Yeah, very warm.
Let's have a look. Hey, more questions about the Mankini run. Johnny says, will Jig and John be doing the entire diameter of the Memorial Park? Was thinking a planned route through the Rose Garden and a couple of holes of foot golf could be good. Probably best stay away from the play areas, though, in the Mankinis. Yeah. I mean, we need to sort the route out, don't we? I can't believe we
probably need to check that it's legal, don't we?
Yeah, actually,
running through a park.
Oh, well, yeah, because everyone checks that things are legal in Cov, don't they? I mean, you know,
the local constabulary can get in touch with
everyone's CRB checked. Listen, what is the perimeter jig? You've run it a few times. What is it? 5K.
The complete outside is bang on 5K.
We'll do it. We're
the
doing it.
inner loop, you got to do 2 loops of the inner loop for 5K.
We're doing it. I'm going to be blowing. I'm not bothered about wearing a Mankini. I'm bothered about getting round.
Yeah, people are asking who they think is going to be quickest, and I don't think I've ever. No, I don't think I've ever run. I haven't run for
ages.
Jig's a good runner. I ain't run for years, mate. What are you talking about?
I've never done a 5K. God.
All I'm doing is running from VAT bills.
Oh dear.
So the rich stay rich, John.
Oh yeah, I'm loaded, mate. Yeah, keep going.
Jay says, can I cancel my playoff hotel yet? Yeah, absolutely cancel it. We're going up automatically. Been thinking since the end of autumn, are we a fair weather team, says Mr. F. Coincides with our dip. Spring is here and our performances are warming up. Going to be on fire after Easter. Oh, calling us a fair weather team's a bit harsh, isn't it?
I don't think that's a bad shout.
Yeah.
I find we like that quite a lot.
Season about that, though, Jig. If you go back to kind of last season when the run started under Frank, in Millwall away, wasn't it? And then, that was through the winter period. So no, I'm not sure about that. I mean, it's theory, but no, I don't see that.
Frank's at the wheel adds more to the Mankini run. He says if Haji finishes top scorer, John should have to do the part run in flip flops.
Savage. There was no agreement in place for that. Sorry.
Vipotnik scored again yesterday for Swansea, so he's still 2 goals in front, I think. So Haji needs to get his keep his scoring boots on if he wants to win the Golden Boot. Liam, at a Meet the Players night on Tuesday, BTA let slip that Rodoni has made some tunes or beats. John bumped into him at the Brits. Are we about to see a Grennan-Rudy collaboration? Or would John consider managing Rudy if he was ever to release a single when we're champions?
No. That's the answer there, mate. A solid no, N-O. Just you focus on the pitch, my friend.
And the footwear.
Yeah, that's it.
Footwear. David says, this is a decent question, actually. Thoughts on all the leaks about injuries? Massive win, finding all the ways to win. Liked the change to 5 at the bank. Well done, Frank. Yeah, we saw again, people seem to know who was out and stuff, and it seemed to be coming out again. We kept our mouths quiet, as we're going to do from now until the end of the season for sure, but it seemed that people know quite a lot of what's going on with the team news again.
Well, Rodoni was in Nando's on Friday night, and the kit man had put a picture up at the ground. So yeah, he was obviously not going to be there. The others, I did see a few rumours of them, but yeah, I don't know. who's leaking what.
I just think people know people that work at the club, and people
Yeah.
are holding confidence, and people literally can't hold their urine, can they? So, you know, things come out. But I think it's best at this point to like not destabilise the team going into this final stretch. You know, I mean, Christ, I mean, I've put loads out there over the years. So I'll probably keep my mouth shut, but I've definitely learned the lessons on that. I think we get party to a lot of information, but yeah, I mean, going out in Leamington on a Friday night before a Saturday game, that's quite a bit of a giveaway, I think. Bit of lemon and herb, I heard. Yeah.
Someone's asked, should Rushworth be Darren? This is should Rushworth be on the plane this summer? He's different gravy, as in the plane to the World Cup in America. It's a big. What we got? Pickford, Pope, Trafford. It's about.
Palace keeper.
And the thing is, he's not had a Premier League season, so I can't see it myself.
No, they normally take a gamble, but you gamble to be on an outfield player, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Adam, what game do you think will be the one to clinch promotion out of the remaining 10? Looking at the other fixtures, hey, I'm eyeing up Blackburn away. That feels right, doesn't it?
Only because it's local. So. It's easy for you. Isn't it?
It's half an hour from my house. Be perfect. Night out in Manchester afterwards. Yes,
I think that's the one though, isn't it? We're taking about 8K up there.
Yeah.
Jig's running a little bus operation, earning a bit on the side.
The bus is booked. The bus is booked.
I thought you were going to say he's doing a 5K around Ewood Park. Then he's running a 5K. Yeah, I look at that and I think that would be special. Although we do want a celebration at the CBS as well. We've got Portsmouth at home. Wrexham at home will be great anyway. Last home game of the season. But yeah, one of those two. And I think that's mainly all of the listener questions. Robert says, and we can use this to preview the Preston game as well, with Latty suspended and Thomas likely out, do we just put Wolfenden and Kitchen together at centre-back, or would you add Bidwell and go to a back 5 or back 3? I do believe Preston play a back 3 as well. John, what are you doing?
Playing 4 at the back at home. I'm going Kitchen, Wolf, and we go for the jugular. We're the Dons at the GBH, mate. People ain't coming down here really laying a glove on us. So we've got to just focus on being offensive, getting hold of the game. And, you know, if we need to match them up and switch it up, we've got the bench. That's the beauty of it. You'd like to think Frank will be fit enough to come in alongside Grimes. And then it's just who you pick in that kind of 8-10 hybrid role. And then you've got your wingers. I never think you start with 5 at the back at home. Never.
Yeah, I agree. We haven't even mentioned Milan. I thought Milan was good yesterday as well, Jig. I thought he was energetic, decent overlaps, good at the wing-back position. I thought he had a lot about his game. Some amazing runs forward, by the way, especially when we were down to 10. Yeah.
In the second half, he done some brilliant runs down to get us out of trouble. I think we just overlook him a little bit because we expect it of him, because we know how good he is and how good he can be. So sometimes we don't give him the airtime he probably deserves. But yeah, he had his little patch a few months ago where he was off the ball a little bit, things weren't really happening. It doesn't ever last long with him. He's always then back to a good level again, and he's always a solid player in this league.
Yeah, I think he's fantastic, and someone who I'd expect to make the step up to the Premier League as well. If we're looking at our starting 11, he should be more than good enough, and new contract as well, so that's great news. Looking at Preston, they were in the playoff mix and they've fallen away badly, last 5 games. They've not won any of them. They've lost to Blackburn, lost to Millwall at home. On Friday, they lost at home to Oxford and Oxford scored 3 and they look to have really lost their way. It looks like a pretty kind fixture for us at home on paper, one I'd expect us to win. They've got Osmajic up front, who's a bit of a physical threat, but we really should be beating them and feeling pretty confident about it as well.
Yeah, I am confident. I think you're right. So looking at what's gone on prior, again, though, what's your 11? Who are you starting on the right? He likes to switch Saka and Esse out every now and again, doesn't he?
I would say Sakamoto, what did he get taken off at half time? Didn't do a full game, didn't do an hour. So I'd probably let him have another start.
Well,
not worry too much about it.
Can't score and drop him. His press was good again when he good energy. Depends how fit Onyeka is, really. I think the rest of it picks itself, right?
I'd start BTA, in the 10. I thought Josh was really, really good. But I think at home, we need maybe a more attacking attacking option there, someone to score goals. I think BTA, I don't know, I can't remember him starting that recently, to be fair, but
That's a good shout.
he's been in and around it. Rudy's out. I feel like if we maybe go for the Eccles in the 10, we might lack a bit of creativity, even though he was very good. But yeah.
You can start him more freely if you've got the tank in there alongside Grimes. You can be a bit more confident, can't you? Yeah, it's a good shout, that.
I think we'll be in a situation where hopefully we're pinning them back and they'll try and counter us. So we shouldn't be overrun too much in midfield. What about you, Jig?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd start BTA or bring him on for more of an impact. I think he's good in that role. I think his energy levels are great. Him coming on as a fresh set of legs on 60, 70 minutes always causes problems. So I'd probably start a bit more secure with Eccles in there.
Yeah, I get that. I guess the other thing maybe to talk about is Kessler Hayden's lack of minutes. I mean, when he signed, remember back in the summer we were talking about it, when he signed, we were like, well, Milan's probably going to be sold. And he's our new right back. He was player of the season for Preston. Let's not forget, won all their awards last season. So good time to talk about it. And it's just not happened for him for one reason or another. A few injuries, but he's not been given a chance at left back. And it's very limited trying to get in ahead of Milan at right back. I just feel like if we were looking at little disappointments this season, I'd say he's probably one of them, Jig.
Yeah, I feel for him, but it's very difficult when you've got Milan, who we just spoke about, who's very good game after game, very steady. You know what you get with him. De Silva, he's a steady 7 every game. He's accomplished in that position. He links up really well with Mason Clark. It's difficult. It's difficult to drop one of them for him. I think that's where, if a player's injured, he gets his chance then. Or if we had it like earlier on in the season, a few cup games, you play him in them cup games, bed him in a bit, but he just hasn't had the chance. It just hasn't happened for him.
I think a key point is also the relationships between the fullbacks and the wingers, because we look so much better when it's De Silva, Mason Clark, Milan, Sakamoto, than if any one of those four is out of the team. The relationships are not the same, and that's from a defensive and offensive point of view, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
He's just not grabbed. He's not grabbed a shirt though when he's come on. He's been solid enough in parts, but that's the bottom line, isn't it?
Yeah. We were talking about it the other week, weren't we? Saying, I wonder what Wolfenden's thinking. He's not getting in, and I wonder what Kitchen's thinking now. He's not getting in. And I said at the time, we're going to need them. We need them. We're using them now. They'll all get the chance. Something might happen in this next few games where Kessler Hayden gets a chance. It's a squad thing. I didn't think that we'd be seeing Bidwell coming on, and he's come on yesterday and he's stepped straight in. He's done a job. He's an out and out professional, isn't he? He kind of leads it in training. He's the DJ in the changing rooms. He's a steady head.
I think that's the reason for a lot of our success this season has been whenever someone's been out, the rest of the squad are ready to come back in. We saw it when Wright was out. Sims came in and won Player of the Month when he scored all those goals. BTA scored 10 in about 12 games, didn't he? When Rudy was out, there's always been someone ready to come in, and I don't think that can be underestimated in terms of the quality of the squad.
No, well, you got to look at the bench yesterday. You got four game changes: Sims, SA, Thomas Asante, Marcello ? We don't really know a lot about him yet, but spent a few quid, and then the rest of it: Kitch, Onyeka, Kessler Hayden, Bidwell. It's a great balance on the bench, and it's an impact a game, both ends of the pitch. And that's with players out yesterday. Big Bob, Kit, Rudy, etc. So yeah, really, really interesting. But
it shows why you need a squad, a big squad, doesn't it? It shows why you need.
And I'm confident with Kitch and the Wolf after yesterday. It doesn't worry me. Certainly at home, anyway.
Yeah, it's a decent balance. I like having a left footer in there as well. Decent balance to that back four. I think that's where Lampard, he made some good changes and tactically yesterday, very, very good. He's made a few really good changes, but he's also got the options to do that now, which in previous years, even earlier this season, we just didn't have the same level of depth. We're in such a strong position now going into these last 10 games. Score predictions, Preston?
2-0, Cov.
Goal scorers? Who are you going for, Jig?
I think Wright will get one again.
And Carl
And I think-
Rushworth.
and I think Eccles is going to pop up and get one.
Okay, all right, yeah. John?
2-1 Cov, Haji Wright, and Mason Clark.
I might go a bit. I'm going to go 3-0 Cov. Mason Clark's probably due a goal. I'll go for a front three of Sakamoto, Wright, and Mason Clark all to score. Nice solid
chipping in.
Yeah,
Take that all day.
Share the
Take that,
goals
Si.
round. And another step closer to not only the Premier League but the title in the Championship, which is what I want now. Any final thoughts, lads, on this fine Sunday?
We just keep rolling. Keep getting them 3 points in the pocket.
Rolling.
Oh,
Come on.
it's good, isn't it? It's good. It's
I said it last week. It's the best it's ever been. Yeah.
Size right. Size right now, and that should be the mentality. I want the title.
Yeah. It should
be
be.
greedy.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure that's what they're all thinking, and they all want.
They want the photo opportunity, and they want
get
the
that
wage
trophy lifted. Yeah,
that's it.
If you finish, I don't want to say it'd be disappointing to finish second, but you win something. If you win the league, you get the big trophy. That trophy that used to be the first division title, that like Brian Clough lifted and all of those players lifted that trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
Come and do it.
Go and do it. Listen, Simon's going to finish this sentence for me, but all the players should be thinking, I'm going to go and get my suit
measured.
Thank you.
Oh, right. That we'll love you and leave you there. We'll be back after the Preston game in midweek, lads. Probably, won't we? At some point, getting a pod done, getting out to you. Is it Wednesday night? It's Wednesday night, not Tuesday.
Wednesday night.
We'll be getting
early kick-off Saturday, isn't it?
12, yeah.
Hey, Southampton. I'll tell you what. I mean, we'll talk about it in the midweek, but I think Southampton will be a tricky test.
I'll do as well.
One of our most trickiest left of the season. So we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, it's all looking very good. What are you doing with your Sunday, lads? Anything nice? I'm working, so nothing exciting from me. Anything nice from you two?
I'm going up the trampoline park with
No.
Yeah, mate, I'm getting clattered today with my little girl, my niece and nephew. Then got to go to the candy store. I don't know why these kids call it candy, mate. That's getting knocked out of them today. And then might have a little roast later on, and then going to put my pegs up and have a little chill. About you?
You any good on a trampoline, John? You got backflip in the locker, front flip? What are you talking?
Mate. Anything sporting, I'm quite phenomenal. No chance I'm getting on there, mate. You'll see me upstairs having a slushy.
You will see John back up his sporting claim. Doing a 5K.
There you go.
Later this season. Jig, how about you, mate? So any brunches with former players? Or?
I'm on a pretty random one today. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm going on a steam train ride and having an afternoon tea.
All right, Nan. Bloody hell. Doing a bit of knitting on there as well, are you?
Yeah.
Is this a Channel 5 documentary or something?
It should be. Yeah.
Where's it start? Where's it finish? Talk to me.
I've got to go drive over to somewhere in Leicester somewhere. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I've just got a postcode. That's all. I'll give the ground the fingers on the way past.
Where's it going?
I haven't got a clue. I'll just do
Have
as
you
I'm
not
told.
booked this then?
I have booked it, yeah, but I don't know much about it. Yeah.
Hang on a minute. So you've physically booked this. This isn't like a punishment. You know what I mean?
The point of it is it's for my missus. She likes a steam train.
Your missus, Michael Portillo.
What about so
she likes Harry Potter, and she's always wanted to do the Harry Potter one, but I'm not going up.
Take her on the Potter one then.
Yeah.
I'm going to be having to have words with Jade here. This is a display.
Is the afternoon tea on the train?
Sorry?
Is the afternoon tea on the train?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it sandwiches and like a scone and bit of jam and you know what I mean?
I think it's that. Yeah.
You don't sound like you've researched
a little bit of the
much.
bubbly. No, I haven't really researched it. No.
Well,
I've got a postcode and I've got a time. I've got to be there. That's it. Choo choo. All aboard.
I tell you what, that's a wonderful place for us to finish. Because
hang on a minute. Sorry, you're getting off scot-free here. What are you doing?
I'm working.
You grafting on the tools.
Yeah, I'm working 2 days. I mean, I won't dob myself in, mate, but I'm working right now as we speak. we won't give the time away. I was going to say it's a lovely place to finish because Coventry's promotion train is pulled out of the station.
Oh.
And choo choo. Next stop, the Premier League.